So we went over batteries, lights, weaponry, which is important. We went over food, we went over rations, we went over lights. These things are very important, even if you live in the sticks, the wilderness, or a great metropolitan area like I live in, and that would be Chicago. These things are paramount. One thing that we didn't cover, though, and that's very important, is that your health. Okay, not only your safety, but your health. If in the event a bad nuclear accident should happen, let's say a reactor goes down, or there might be a dirty bomb, or there might be some other type of radioactivity situation happening, you're going to want to protect your thyroid, because your thyroid will be the first thing that's going to conduct radioactivity default. And having these iodine potassium tablets makes perfect sense. Get them off of eBay, get them offline. They go for around $50 to $1 a pill. You take one a day if in the event something like that happens, and you're going to protect your thyroid, and it's going to protect your system from those radioactive toxins getting in. Again, I don't care if your mother or your father thinks you're crazy. Having these for about 20 bucks a bottle makes perfect sense, especially if you live in a large city area, such as I do. I have one in my car, I have one at home. Makes sense to me. Moving along, how about a first aid protection kit? Have one in your car always, have one in your office, have one at home. If you have children, as you know, Band-Aids are in big need all the time. But having those proper pharmaceuticals, or I should say some older prescriptions that you're not using anymore, that as long as they didn't expire, have those around. Okay, discard them also professionally too, because everything that goes in the toilets comes out sometimes in our water, so be very careful of that. But having some aspirin, some Tylenol, ibuprofen, those type of situations, some stitchers, some bandages, some gauze, okay, those things make perfect sense if in a time of great need and there's no doctors or no nurses. You're going to be on your own. So, with that being said, your health is very important. You got to protect it. Another important aspect of health and hygiene I should talk about is that if we have to go number one and number two, that's inevitable. We want to make that as comfortable and as sanitary as possible. Well, without that being said, it's good to have plenty of toilet paper around. You can get this, of course, at the dollar store. Stock up on some toilet paper. Stock up on some paper towels. You're going to need them. Health and hygiene. We don't want to spread around germs and bacteria. Very important. Because there won't maybe be any medicines or antibiotics when you get sick. The other thing is when you go number two, you want to have some nice, fresh, wet cloths. They sell these at CVS and Walgreens. They're pretty reasonable. Stock up on some of these. As long as they're professionally sealed in plastic, you'll be okay when you have to have the calling of the nature at night or in the morning. Also, what are we going to do for a toilet? Because maybe the plumbing won't work. Ouch. Again, we're going to go to our trusty 5-gallon pail bucket. We're going to put some desanitizer in there. We're going to put some water in there. And you're going to do your duty and do it right. Of course, then discarding that in the field somewhere or a septic sewer somewhere away from your camp if you have to bug in is important. Remember, we have to keep hygiene clean and safe, and we have to stop the good old bacteria bugs from happening. That's really important, finishing up on health and hygiene.